Hello, I am very happy to invite Abhejali because I have very interesting questions for her. Just to tell, Abhejali is my dear colleague in Mehana Institute. She is a champion athlete, long distance swimmer and runner, and also meditation teacher. And so, Abhejali, I have the first question is, what would be Abhejali nowadays if she didn't become a student of Sri Chinmoy 27 years ago?
Wow, that's an interesting question. I actually have no idea, but I'm sure what I wouldn't be, and I wouldn't be the ocean swimmer. That's probably like 99.9% certain that that wouldn't be the path. So I would definitely be someplace else.
I think it's quite like particular that you became like champion athlete as through the meditation. Like usually the people, they at the first they start to do like physically active things, and then afterwards they get in the motivated for some contemplative methods. But is it unusual, or you know anybody other who did the same way?
I think it's a bit unusual. It's like side effect of meditation that you swim the oceans or something like that. But yeah, there are a few people. I think it's just like this holistic way of life, which is, I think, what connects me with Mehana as well, is that for you to do a good meditation, you need to be physically well, and so that really nicely combines into like a fully balanced life, I would say, or that's my goal.
Yeah. This is perfect because you just prepared me for my next question. I imagine that when you have to prepare for some like extreme physical performance, then you have to prepare carefully. So I can imagine there are more aspects, so like healthy style of life. So how do you prepare? So what are the aspects or the domains where you really like to take care of?
I think, yeah, one is the physical fitness. I really, try to exercise, eat well, sleep well, kind of balance whatever happens in my life. And there are things you can't influence, but whatever you can, I try to be really strong before I go into a challenge or adventure. And then there is the training, which for me, like from my point of view, consists of three parts. One is the getting used to the cold water, then it's the endurance part where you just have to be able to swim for a long time, and then it's the training of the mind, that your mind needs to be in the right place so that it doesn't want to give up,
I have heard, and I really like it, you told that you have to eat well, sleep well, and have happy thoughts. But just I like to come back to this point. So if you had to explain to some layperson who doesn't have this perception of the psychosomatic pattern, so how would you argue, how would you explain him that you need to have happy thoughts to not get injured or to prevent injury or prevent illness?
I think if you are happy, then you are more fluid, more relaxed, and things kind of flow. Whereas if you are stressed out, then your body is tense, your mind is rigid, and I think you're not open to the challenges that come. And there are challenges that are coming, and you need to, react to them. So when you are happy, it's just much easier to cope with, not just with the challenge, but with life in general.
And when you are an example of a person who overpassed so many limits, and I think I like how you explain how you dealt with like the disputing mind when you were for a long time in the water and you wanted to get out, but you argued with this mind and overtalk it. But I mean that this mind, which just tells you, okay, just stop, it's too much, there is also kind of benefit. It's a kind of protective mechanism. So how you, because I think this border is very fine, that when you don't listen to this voice, which protects you at the same moment, you can get also harmed. So how do you perceive, how do you deal with this tiny border?
Yeah, it's a very tricky situation, or you really kind of slowly need to get know yourself and kind of slowly push the limits, and then the more you do so, the more you perceive where is the limit, and when it's like a real danger that your mind tells you and you need to get out, or when it is still your complacency and it would be nicer on the boat and you just want to get out, but you're still not at the point where you need to get out for your safety. So it's tricky, and you have to find it within yourself. Plus, then, for the swims, I have a team on the boat, and they also make sure that I am okay and that I don't cross that line.
So this is great. So it does mean that you are aware of that line, and just when you surpass it, it's just you make a small pass, and you are aware of this, and you have always some backup, if I understood well.
Yes, there is backup, and it's really like you make small, like you move behind that limit border slowly, and then you increase your capacities. It's not like you just started swimming and then you swim the English Channel the next day.
On my last question, it reflects like my passion, like my of a rescuer. When I have heard interviews with you, then I was thinking, oh, now I just imagine on your place what I would do in a rescue, an emergency situation. So that's why I have a task for you. You are traveling with a tourist boat. There are 20 tourists, and there are no rescue boats, and this boat gets shipwrecked. You are 4 kilometers far from the shoreline. Just imagine that you are on the boat with the people, the boat just sinks underwater. You have maybe 30 minutes left until it's completely underwater. And you are skilled, so you can prove both skills, like long grass swimmer, because 4 kilometers is nothing for you. And also, like there is an emergency situation, like your capacity to handle like the mind. You are there with 20 people, obviously they will not have this experience. How would you proceed?
Well, if we still have time before the boat goes under the water, I would, I hope the captain would call the Coast Guards. And
yeah, they're on the way, but you don't know when they will come.
Okay, it's good that they're on the way. If they're not on the way, then, it might be good to swim and get the help or something. Mm-hmm. So if they're on the way, I would try to calm the people, tell them, the help is on the way. You can just easily float in the water. It's not super cold. You won't get hypothermic. Just, make some groups of, 3-4 people. Hold your hands, just lie on the water, don't, use your energy for anything, and they will come to get you. And I think I would just stay with them. And if there's someone, and probably there would be someone, who would be really in a panic, then just try to calm them down, because panic doesn't really help.
Oh, so I am so happy for these people, happy people. They had the chance to travel on the boat with Abhejali Bernardová.
Let's hope it won't happen.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And see you soon in Mehana.
Yes. Thanks.